Hi, my lovelies. I'm here to show you what I do to help a student when they're struggling with reading. First, I make these little flashcards. Then, I make a list of words that they do not know that they struggled with. And every day, we read through this list together. And then I send the little flashcards that I made, I send them home with them. And I tell their parents to read like 8 of them every night for 1 month. So all of these words he has to read for 1 month. And I put like a little circle or a check mark or a red mark or a different kind of mark by the words that he can read when he reads with them with me. If he cannot read them, I put a line under it and I say the word for him. And then the words he can read, there's a different little mark each and every day. So I started doing this with a student named Jack who was struggling with reading. And because he was struggling with reading, he was struggling to stay focused in class. So we started this maybe last week, and we have been doing this for one full entire week. Now you can see that the markings are different. There are more markings on the words that he knows. And we have a pencil, we have red and blue and black pen markings. I stopped with a check mark because those were difficult. This is where I get the words from, this book, this reading book. So he reads the words, he reads the passage, and the words he do not know, I mark them out with the X. And these are the words that I put on the note cards to send home for him to read, and the words, the same words that he read with me each and every day. So he is at this, I had to block out his voice. At this moment, he is reading, and I'm following along with his reading, and I'm just crossing out any words he does not know. So after doing this for a whole entire week, this is how his marking has turned down. It reduced like tremendously. He's able to say words and read so much better, and we have been doing this technique for a week now, and the markings have reduced tremendously. Like, look, from the previous page to this page. He still has some words he does not know, but that is okay. It reduced a lot, and that's what I wanted. I wanted the reduction to look like this, but I didn't know it was going to happen so fast. And so when the teacher and the parents get together and they work together like this is what I love. So every night he's reading these words he does not know with his mom. He's not reading all of them. He's reading about 8 words a day for 1 month, the same words over and over and over again. With me at school, he's reading all the words with me. So when he goes home and read these 8 words with his mom, it's just like memory practice, to help him where when he see these words, he can recognize them a lot better. So that was the whole point of this technique that I started doing with them. And also, I write down the dates on the books that he has to do, so I'll know which month that he has done. So if you look at this again, that is a lot, but his understanding during this time was horrible. So I'm showing you before we started doing this is all the markings, and his understanding was horrible. But afterwards we started doing this, his markings reduced completely and his understanding got better. Look at how the markings reduced because his reading got better and his understanding improved tremendously. So it's not just helping his reading, it is also helping his understanding. So I love it. 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 So once again, I put, as you can see in the corner, the date, so I know what month it's on, and I won't completely get confused and be like, okay, this is the month of May words. So when we start June, I can make a new packet for our June section. So when I send them home with him with his mom, we're on the right correct month. So y'all, I suggest this highly. And I told the parents though, I was like, this is not mandatory. This is just, suggestion to help your kids. So if the parents do not do it at home, I still do it at school every day to help him. So if a parents forget the day, or they don't do it, or they don't have time to do it, it's completely okay. I didn't tell them it was mandatory. I said it was a suggestion to help your kid improve his reading and understanding. And y'all, I took this video and I sent it to his mom. Not this entire video, but I took this little part right here as he's reading and I'm scratching it out. And I sent it to his mom and was like, look at his understanding, look at his reading. This is incredible. And we have been doing this for like maybe a week, maybe like a week and one day. We have not been doing this long. And when the parents and the teacher work together, look at the results. So I'm praying that we can continue to do this throughout the year. I know it might get stressful for the parents. Once again, I told them this is not mandatory, it's a suggestion. And every day before class or after class or whenever we have a breakdown, I try to do it in the mornings to read with him when we don't have a lot of work to do. Once again, I know a lot of teachers may not have a lot of time to do this with their class, but if you don't have a lot of time, doing this and having all your students read the list together every single day, making sure this one particular student make sure he is listening and reading, is awesome. And it might help, reduce time and also make sure that he gets his reading through the day. I also started jumping around instead of just going down the list to make sure that he recognizes the words and not just using memorization. And that's it, my loves.